आविर्बभूव कलशं दधदर्णवाद्यः पीयूषपूर्णममरत्वकृते सुराणां रुक्जालजीर्णजनता जनितप्रशंसो धन्वन्तरिः स भगवान् भविताय भूयात्. Namaste. I welcome you all for my presentation on the topic pharmacodynamics of herbomineral formulations in longevity. This is a re-recorded version of my lecture that was arranged during Kriya Sanjeevani organized by Sanjeevani Ayurveda Medical College, Hubli. My sincere thanks to Dr. Srinivas Banigol sir, Ayush Dean, Rajiv Gandhi University of Health Sciences, and also the principal of Sanjeevani Ayurveda Medical College, Hubli, for giving me an opportunity to present this particular paper. The webinar was organized on the fond memory of Dr. B.S. Patil, late principal of Sanjeevani Ayurveda Medical College, Hubli. So let us begin the topic. This topic is entitled as Pharmacodynamics of Herbomineral Formulations in Longevity. As all of us know, it is a custom in our country when we prostrate or bow in front of our elders, they used to bestow us, they used to bless us as Shatamanam Bhavati. It is mentioned, Rochano Rochamanaha, Shobhanaha Shobhamanaha Kalyanaha, Shatamanam Bhavati Shatayu Purusha, Shatindriya Ayushvevendriye Pratitishchati. That means, let you be with pleasure, charming, virtuous and noble. May it happen that you have a life of 100 years in a lifetime with fully functional indriyas of body and mind to pursue and develop 100 noble qualities. Just living for 100 years is not enough. You have to live 100 years with fully functional indriyas, fully healthy life. And the purpose of living for 100 years is to pursue and develop 100 noble qualities. To introduce this topic, we know that in recent years there has been a tremendous increase in the pace of human aging around the world. According to World Health Organization, about 22% of world's population will be over 60 years of age by 2050. What is this aging? Aging is characterized by gradual loss of musculoskeletal, sensory, cognitive, reproductive, immunological, endocrinal, and psychological functions. There are 7 important functions that are affected by the process of aging. So it is a gradual loss of musculoskeletal, sensory, cognitive, reproductive, immunological, endocrinal, and psychological functions. It is a major risk factor for many non-communicable chronic and degenerative diseases which are ruling the world. What are the mechanisms involved in this aging process? Modern science has identified different aging mechanisms at cellular and molecular levels, such as chromosome and telomere regulation, proteostasis, insulin signaling, autophagy, oxidative stress, mitochondrial functioning, cytoskeletal integrity, and hormesis. So these aging mechanisms are potential therapeutic targets to prevent and control aging and associated diseases. That is why it is essential for us to at least have some basic knowledge about these aging mechanisms. This table gives important aging mechanisms and possible potential anti-aging therapeutic targets. I have selected only a few out of this. The first one, chromosome and telomere regulation. Shortening of telomere length is the cause of aging. It was observed that as the age advances, telomere gets shortened gradually. For this understanding, for a research related to this, a Nobel Prize was awarded a couple of years ago. Here, our target should be to improve telomerase activity and to suppress telomere shortening. If you can maintain the length of telomere year by year, so we can delay the aging process. Second mechanism is proteostasis. So this is a balancing process of both intracellular and extracellular activity related to the protein synthesis, protein folding, protein signaling, destruction, etc. If proteostasis fails, aging process advances. So regulation of proteostasis is our anti-aging target. Third one is insulin signaling. Studies have shown that increased insulin or IGF-1 signaling is one of the causes of aging. In experimental studies carried out, it was found that when IGF-1 signaling was inhibited, animal could live for a longer period. So here, reduction in insulin and our insulin growth factor 1 signaling is our potential target. The fourth one is autophagy. All of you know this. This is another concept, research in which fetched a Nobel Prize last year. Autophagy is a mechanism by which cells are cleansed. So dead cells are removed. Inside cell, free radicals are scavenged. Langhana or Upavasa therapy stimulates this process of autophagy, where we have macrophages and other bodily immune mechanisms which help in this process. Inhibition of autophagy is one of the reasons for aging. Here you have to stimulate autophagy. Fifth mechanism is oxidative stress. So this is a concept which is being discussed for last almost 3 decades. Increase in oxidative stress is one of the important causes of aging. So we have to reduce oxidative stress or antioxidation. So we can use several therapies or products or herbs to improve antioxidant mechanism. Another mechanism involved is mitochondrial functioning. Here, mitochondrial dysfunction is the cause of aging. If you can boost the functioning of this cell powerhouse, mitochondria, we can achieve our anti-aging target. Another mechanism is cytoskeletal integrity. A specific type of protein networks, they help for the integrity of cellular structure. If this cytoskeleton is dysregulated, cells gradually get destroyed and aging advances. So here maintenance of a cytoskeletal structure is our target. The last one is hormesis, where a low stimulation, a low stress is found to be essential. It helps to stimulate immunity, whereas high level of stress may be bad. So probably this is a mechanism through which herbomineral formulations like bhasmas, rasaushadis play their role. Absence of hormesis is one of the reasons for aging. So we can induce hormesis, which will help as anti-aging therapy. When you talk about role of Ayurveda in geriatrics, the quest for blissful aging draws our attention to affordable, accessible, safer, age-friendly and holistic approach of Ayurveda in prevention and treatment of geriatric disorders. Recent evidences have also supported the role of Ayurvedic interventions or classical interventions in genoprotection. And this genoprotection mechanism may be due to their antioxidant potential, telomerase enhancing activity, autophagy inducing action, senolytic activity, hormetic and adaptogenic activities. When we talk about Ayurvedic guidelines for healthy aging, classical interventions such as Abhyanga, a part of Dinacharya, Mitahara, dietary restrictions, Upavasa or fasting, Vyayama, there is a physical exercise, again a part of Dinacharya, Rasayana Chikitsa, in a broad sense, rejuvenation therapy, use of Mahakashayas like Jivaniya Mahakashaya, utilization of Rasaushadi, metallic or mineral formulations, better to call them as herbometallic or herbomineral formulations, and most importantly, Achara Rasayana, rejuvenating behavioral therapies. So all these have been ascribed to improve longevity and extend corresponding health span. As all of us know very well, so Rasayana Chikitsa falls under Rasayana Tantra, one among Ashtangas. Acharya Sushruta has mentioned Rasayana Tantram Nama Vayahasthapanam Ayurmedha Balakaram Rogabharana Samarthancha. So Vayahasthapanam is one of the important targets of Rasayana Tantra. When the benefits of Rasayana are discussed in Charaka Samhita Chikitsasthana, it is mentioned Dirghamayuhu, Smritim Medham Arogyam Tarunam Vayaha, Prabha Varna Swara Audaryam, Dehendriya Balam Param, Vaksiddhim, Pranatim, Kantim, Labhatena Rasayanam, Labhopayo hi Shastanam Rasadinam Rasayana. So Rasayana Chikitsa enhances the qualities of Rasadhatu and helps attain longevity, memory, intelligence, health, youthfulness, luster, excellent complexion and voice, optimum physical and sensory strength, and mastery over phonetics and brilliance. All these indicate a potential anti-aging therapy. Rasayana encompasses a plethora of herbal and metallic or mineral formulations as well as behavioral medicine. Multiple anti-aging pharmacological activities of classical Rasayana herbs have been proven by modern researchers. So let me quote a couple of examples. So Amalaki Rasayana, classical herbal formulation, shows effective anti-aging effect by different mechanisms. To quote a few, improving tolerance to a variety of cell stresses through reduced reaction oxygen species and lipid peroxidation, and enhanced sodium oxide dismutase activity and HSP, and by repairing DNA damage and maintaining telomere length facilitated by an increase in telomerase activity. Triphala Rasayana shows antioxidant, nitric oxide scavenging, anti-cancer, immunomodulatory and anti-inflammatory activity. Brahma Rasayana retards aging process and tumor growth. There are natural products like resveratrol present in draksha, catechin, seen in Kadira and Ashoka, epicatechin observed in Asana, curcumin seen in Haridra, quercetin seen in the plants like Amalaki, Nimba, Draksha, etc., have been identified for their anti-aging activity. This table shows Rasayana herbs and their anti-aging pharmacological activities. If you concentrate on these herbs and their mechanisms, you can understand that these herbs are having multifold activities. They are not having a single action, but a network of pharmacological actions. Multiple biological pathways are involved in their anti-aging mechanisms. In the case of Amalaki, we can see that it possesses antioxidant, adaptogenic, telomere enhancing, autophagy inducing, insulin sensitizing, mitochondrial biogenesis enhancing activities. Haritaki has antioxidant, adaptogenic, cytoprotective, oxidative stress inhibitory, neuroprotective, autophagy enhancing activities, inhibition of age-dependent shortening of telomere DNA length. Bibhitaki has antioxidant and antidepressant activities. Mandukaparani or Centella asiatica shows antioxidant, DNA protective, anti-amnestic, neuroprotective, neuroregenerative, anti-inflammatory, nootropic, and mitochondrial dysfunction inhibitory activities. Yashimoto shows antioxidant, nootropic, adaptogenic, autophagy inducing, mitochondria stimulating activities. Guduchi is antioxidant. It is lifespan enhancing, nootropic, neuroprotective, hepatoprotective, hormone regulatory, anti-stress, immunomodulatory, adaptogenic, insulin sensitizing. Shankapushpi, especially convolvulus pluricalis, is antioxidant, neuroprotective, memory enhancing, anti-stress, anxiolytic, and also it possesses antidepressant activities. So Vidari has antioxidant, immunomodulatory activities. Shatavari shows antioxidant, adaptogenic, and phytoestrogenic activities. Ashwagandha shows excellent antioxidant, adaptogenic, anti-aging, immunomodulatory, telomere enhancing, neuroprotective, and anti-stress activities. Pippali is antioxidant, senolytic, autophagy promoting. Bhallataka has antioxidant, cytoprotective activities. Punarnava has potent antioxidant, adaptogenic activities. Haridra, apart from antioxidant neuroprotective activities, has very interesting co-induction of hormesis, senolytic activities. Along with that, it modifies sirtuins and AMPK. Now let us see Rasayana as an inducer of hormesis. According to Calabrese et al. And Madsen, low levels of stress from physical, chemical, and biological stressors often, but not always, of course, result in the functional improvement of cells, tissues, organs, and organisms. So this phenomenon is termed as physiological hormesis. Curcumin is a co-inducer of HSP and has wide-ranging biological effects depending on its dosage, according to Bala et al., Diorukar et al., and Kunumakara et al. Scientists have previously reported that at lower doses, curcumin stimulates proteasome activities, enhances HSP induction after HS, and stimulates sodium pump activity, according to Ali and Rattan. Induction of hormesis may be achieved with the help of hormetins, like classical metallic formulations, procedures like Abhyanga, Vyayama, and certain rasayanas. Daily behavioral regimens like Abhyanga, Vyayama, and Achara Rasayana help reduce stress hormones, induce autophagy, and maintain the synchrony of the circadian system that is tightly coupled with cellular metabolism. Further, Recent reports have also indicated that certain nanoparticles may also exhibit a hormetic dose response. So role of Rasaushadhi, including Bhasma that contain nanoparticles in inducing hormesis, has to be further evaluated. Effect of Rasayana on telomere, I have already explained. Amalik Rasayana may enhance the telomere activity. Amalik Rasayana may prevent the erosion of telomeres over a period of time in aged individuals. Now let us go to the second important phase of the presentation, where I will be talking about Rasa Rasayana. If you see the definition of types of Parada itself, we can understand that Parada is the best Rasayana. It is anti-aging. The central drug of Rasa Shastra itself has such excellent ability of anti-aging. It is said, Jararum Mrityunashaya Rasyate Varaso Mataha. Jara Marana Daridya Roganashaya Shasyate Tasmad Rasa iti Prokto Dhatutva Chavaranani. Rasayanarthibirlokaihi Parado Rasyate Yataha. Tato Rasa iti Proktaha Sacha Dhaturapi Smrataha. Nashayet Sakalan Rogan Valipalitamevacha. Dehalohakaram Shuddham Rasendram. Shariram Ajaramarapurupena Sutat Prasavan Sasutaha. Janmaroga Jara Mrityu Daridryambhur Nithe Param. Param Dadati Tenaiva Paradam Parikirtita. All these references clearly indicate anti-aging and Rasayana properties of Parada. If you see the definition of Dhatu or Loha itself, it's very clear that all the Dhatus and Loha or metallic formulations have excellent anti-aging properties. Ayurveda Prakasha quotes, Valipalita Khalitya Karshabalya Jaramayan Nivarya Dathate Deham Nrinam Tadhatavu Mata. Dhatus or Lohas will prevent untimely wrinkling, graying of hairs, alopecia, emaciation, and weakness. They prevent or delay aging process and age-related problems. They support, they nourish, and strengthen the body. That is why they are called as dhatu. If we understand the attributes of bhasma, we can understand that all the bhasmas, especially bhasmas of metals, have anti-aging potential. All bhasma have common properties like rasayana, yogavahi, etc. So rasayana indicates immunomodulation and anti-aging properties. Yogavahi indicates ability of drug to carry the potency of the medicament and to act as targeted drug delivery system. They are prescribed in very minute dose, alpamatrupayogitva. If you see the references, you will understand further. Mritani lohani rasi bhavanti nighanti yuktani mahamayamscha abhyasa yogat dridhadeha siddhim karoti janma jara virasha. Or rasi bhavanti lohani mritani suravandite harati sakalan rogan rasayuktani kimpura. All the bhasmas will show their rasi bhavana action. That means they are bioavailable. They get assimilated in the body very quickly. If bhasma is prepared by using parada as a medium, this activity is enhanced by multi-folds. Under rasi bhavana property, a perfectly prepared bhasma must be readily absorbable, adaptable, and assimilable in the body, and it will be non-toxic. Shighra Vyapti indicates that after marana, bhasma becomes easily absorbable and assimilable and spreads quickly in the body. Under the word Agni-dipana, we can understand that bhasma increases metabolism at cellular level and acts as catalyst. So these attributes of bhasma are comparable with the action of nanoparticles in the body. So these are biodegradable, biocompatible, and non-antigenic in nature. Nanoparticles in general can be used to provide selected or targeted or controlled delivery of drugs to specific site of action, even across the blood-brain barrier. So these can be used to extend time window of bioavailability and to protect drug from chemical and enzymatic decomposition. This can also result in a reduction of peripheral side effects of drugs by decreasing overall dose of drugs in the body. Here, we will have to concentrate on the concept of importance of particle size reduction. Why more and more puta are important. Rasaratha Samuchaya states, Yathashmani Vishedvaknihi Bahistha Putayogataha Churnatwadhi Guna Vaptihi Tatha Loheshu Nishchitam. More and more puta when are given, this repeated puta, because of repeated introduction into the heat after grinding process, will result in more and more finer particles, and potency of the product also will be improving puta after puta. In Rasendra Sara Sangra it is said, Dashadi Shataparyanto Gade Puta Vithilmataha Shatadistu Sahasrantaha Putodeyo Rasayane Vaji Karmani Vijneo Dashadi Shatapanchaka. Especially in the context of Abhraka, this is very important. He said 10 to 100 putas may be required if Abhraka Bhasma is to be used to treat some specific diseases. If you want to use Abhraka Bhasma specifically as Rasayana, it is better to go for 100 to 1000 putas. For Vajikarana purpose, somewhere in between, say 10 to 500 putas are enough. So let us observe furthermore regarding the elements of Rasa Shastra indicated as Rasayana. There are large number of potent medicines in Rasa Shastra that are described as Rasayana. They are mentioned in Rasayanadhikara and elsewhere also in different chapters. They may be scattered. To quote a few examples, Rasa Sindhura, Swarna Bhasma, various elements of Maharasa group, different Ratnas are indicated for their Rasayana activity. To start with the Parada itself, I have already mentioned, when mercury is properly processed, it balances all the three doshas, it has a soothing effect on the body and prevents diseases and old age. It nourishes all the vital parts of the body and increases the strength of the eyes because it is Chakshusya. It is Vrishya, Balya, Snigdha, Rasayana, Vranashodhana and Vranaropana and Krimikna and Yoga. When it is compounded with specific herbs, it heightens its medicinal properties. So mercury is said to give a firm physique, a stable mind, and to be the best destroyer of the disease. However, you know that Parada has to be administered in the Baddha form, Murchita form, or Mrita form. It cannot be used directly as it is. Kajjali, Vijaya Parpati, Panchamrita Parpati, Rasasindura, Makaradhwaja, Siddha Makaradhwaja, Swarnavanga are a few mercurial formulations which possess excellent rasayana and anti-aging properties. To quote Kajjali, it is said, Sapananupanaanam Vaishishthyadiha Kajjali, Sarvamayahara Prokta, Mata Doshatrayapaha. Kajjali can be used to treat any diseases just by changing Anupana and Sahapana. It is a Tridoshahara, it is a Rasayana, it is Vrishya. So Kajjali is a Khalvi Rasayana which acts as a catalyst. So it enhances absorption of herbal pharmacological molecules. So increases bioavailability of ingested drug. The drug effects is more after adding Kajjali. So it is helpful in reducing doses of the drug. It binds with the mucosal coat of gastrointestinal tract, hence produces pharmacological sustained release of drug which better crosses blood-intestinal barrier. Kajjali shows anti-IgE mediated reaction and it scavenges circulating immune complexes. It shows immune enhancing effect, cellular rejuvenating effect, systemic detoxification, and antioxidant effect. A study was carried out on Gandhaka Kirana Rasa Sindhura by Dr. Veena Pupati and others. And according to the study, this Rasa Sindhura is found to be a potential immunomodulator. And this study is published. Here, free radical scavenging activity and immunomodulatory activity of Samaguda Gandhaka Kajjali was established. Here, nitroblue tetrazolium assay, phagocytosis, candidicidal assay, and chemotaxis were considered as the parameters. Makaradhwaja is a wonderful drug for its anti-aging and immunomodulatory activities. According to Anita TM and others, in their review article in Ayurpub, it is found that the Makaradhwaja Rasa, when administered along with the Nagavalli Patra and Madhu, exhibits anti-aging effect, acts as Tridoshagna and immunomodulator. Thus, it can be considered as an excellent recipe for positive health, longevity, and anti-aging. In another work by Dr. Shraddha Dundi and others, study suggested that the test drug Makaradhwaja has significant cell-mediated immunity enhancing effect, but it did not show any significant effect on humoral antibody formation. In another study by the same scholar, immunomodulatory effect of Triguna Gandhaka Jarita Makaradhwaja was studied. It showed that Triguna Makaradhwaja is having marked immunostimulant effect and weak effect on cell-mediated immunity. Let me randomly give you some references mentioned in the classics for Rasayana property of Ayurvedic raw materials. To start with Abhraka, in the context of Abhraka, it is mentioned that 100 to 1000 puta are essential for Rasayana purpose. References like Paramamamrutam, Vrisham Ayushmagyam, Balyam, etc. indicate Rasayana property of Abhraka Basma. Tamahankar, Yogesh Lakshman and others have worked on Shataputi Abhraka Basma. They subjected it to in vitro screening to assess its immunomodulatory effect using the nitroblue tetrazolium assay. The results were self-conclusive and indicated that Shataputi Abhraka Basma brings about stimulation of leukocytes in concentration-dependent manner. 5 and 10% solution of Shataputi Abhraka Basma stimulated 93 and 93.5% of leukocytes respectively, which is an indicator of highly significant phagocytic activity. Thus, the study revalidates the reference of Shataputi Abhraka Basma as a rasayana and hence also establishing it as an immunomodulator. Vaikranta is considered as best rasayana. It is mentioned Ayuh Pradascha Balavarna Karo Atidrisha Prajna Pradaha Sakara Dosha Gadapakari. It is said, Rasayaneshu Sarveshu Purvaganyah Pratapavan. So we can use an ideal drug for Vaikranta, maybe tourmaline of different varieties, as you can see in this picture. Let me not elaborate the geological characters of these, which is out of the purview of this presentation. It may be Shweta and Pita Vaikranta, comparable with the transparent tourmaline, yellow tourmaline, Rakta and Krishna Vaikranta, rose tourmaline or skull tourmaline, Neera Vaikranta, that is albite blue tourmaline or bluish black type of tourmaline, or Mayura Kantha Vaikranta like blue-green tourmaline or peacock tourmaline, or Marakata Vaikranta like emerald tourmaline or albate green tourmaline, Paravata Prabha and Karbura, that is grey or brown tourmaline, Dravite tourmaline. We have Swarnamakshika. In the context of Swarnamakshaka, it is mentioned as Sarvarasayana. A study was carried out where immunomodulatory effect of Swarnamakshika Bhasma was screened by Dr. Shrikant. The study was to inhibit repeat peroxidation by using Swarnamakshika Bhasma at 200 mg per kg. It had a statistically significant effect when compared to CCl4 group. In catalase, sodium oxide dismutase and glutathione also, Swarnamakshaka Bhasma 200 mg per kg was found to be statistically significant when compared to CCl4 group. Immunomodulatory study also revealed that Swarnamakshaka Bhasma 1 mg showed statistically significant results. Vimala is a drug, cubic sulfide of iron, which is not much evaluated. In Rasaratna Samchaya, it is mentioned as Atirasayanaha. Shilajatu is best rasayana. Asphaltum Panjabikanam shows anti-inflammatory, analgesic, anti-diabetic, immunomodulatory, anti-anxiety, and adaptogenic properties. There are several studies carried out on Shilajatu. In one study, G.D. Gupta and others have worked on the immunomodulatory and antioxidant properties of Shilajatu. It is said Shilajatu, Mandokaparni, Guduchi, and Amalaki, well known for their immunomodulator and antioxidant properties, and they were selected to evaluate their role on immune system. The study was carried out on 20 patients from OPD and IPD of Kaya Chikitsa department in SS Hospital IMS BHU and was randomly allocated into treated group, that is Shilajatu, plus the patients who were HIV positive and taking ART. Other was a control group who took only antiretroviral treatment. Treated group responded better to ART both clinically and biochemically. The results showed that Shilajatu decreased the recurrent resistance of HIV virus to ART and improved the outcome of the therapy. The compound formulation was found to be safe or prolonged use for 3 months in the dose of 6 grams, and it has decreased the intensity of the clinical symptoms and signs and also protected the liver from the hepatotoxicity of ART as evident by normal LFT or kidney function tests. In the case of Gandhaka, it is mentioned Gandhashma Atirasayanaha Samadhuraha Pake Katushno Mataha. When Gandhaka is administered along with Madhura Dravyas, it acts as Rasayana. So while explaining Gandhaka Rasayana, it is mentioned Shuddho Varir Gopayasa Tevaram Tatas Chaturjata Guduchikadhi Paktyaksha Brangaushada Bhavanire Paktyaksha Datyaushada Brunganire Bhavyushtavaram Pratagardakeda Siddhe Sitam Yojayatunya Bhagam Rasayanam Gandhaka Samhitam Syat. After all this bhavana process, when equal quantity of sita is added, then only it shows its rasayana effect. So this is something that we will have to remember. It is an excellent rasayana. It is a rasayana related to the rasarakta vasrotas, rasayana related to the skin, rasayana related to the respiratory system, and it's very useful when you prepare it properly and administer in the mentioned dose. Karshonmite sevita yete matyo viryam chapushtim balamagmite. At least half to 1 karsha you will have to administer this. Manashila is also mentioned as Sarvarasayana Griya. Hingula is also mentioned as Atirasayana. Swarna, of course, is one of the best rasayanas. Mrutam Swarnam Madhurancha Vrishyam Hridyancha Netyam Paramancha Nedhyam Rasayanam Vamsavanopayogi Vishapaham Kantikarancha. The Swarna Bhasma is evaluated for its rasayana action. Swarna Bhasma and Swarna Bhasma preparations have significant antioxidant and restorative effects in global and focal models of ischemia. Swarna Bhasma treated animals have shown a significant increase in superoxide, dismutase, and catalase activity that reduces free radical concentrations in the body. Shah Zeddy and others, in their work published in 2002, have explained this. Traditional gold preparations are attributed with tonic and rejuvenating and antioxidant properties. Enzymatic parameters like lipid peroxidase, reduced glutathione, catalase, glutathione reductase, glutathione S transferase, glutathione peroxidase, superoxide dismutase, and glucose 6-phosphate dehydrogenase were employed to assess ischemic brain damage and its modulation. Significant restoration of altered values to near normal levels by Ayurvedic Swarna Bhasma, and also a Unani preparation known as Kushtatila Kalam, which also contained Swarna, 25 milligram per kg orally for 10 days, suggest potentials for gold preparations in cerebrovascular diseases. In another study by A. Mitra et al., an experimental study with animal model, Swarna Bhasma treated animals showed significantly increased superoxide, dismutase, and catalase activity, two enzymes that reduce free radical concentrations in the body. Rajata Bhasma is a very good Medhya Rasayana. Balyam Param Sthiravayaskaranancha Medhyam Rasayana Vidhanena Sarvarogapaharakam indicate its excellent Rasayana property. Yam Durga Bhavani and others worked on the immunomodulatory and antioxidant properties of Rajata Bhasma. Significant inhibition percentage of Rajata Bhasma and Rajata Yoga was seen in increasing order of percentage when sample concentration was increased from 100 microliter to 500 microliters. Rajata Bhasma showed 69.86% of inhibition and Rajata Yoga showed 80.10% of inhibition in 500 microliter sample concentrations respectively. Tamra Bhasma also, when given in low doses, potentiated antioxidant activity in rat models. In the context of Loha Bhasma, it is mentioned as Nahi kinchidanyat rasayanam shreshtatamam ki janto. There cannot be any other rasayanas better than Loha Bhasma. It is mentioned as Ayush Pradata, Balavirya Karta, Rogapaharta, Madanasya Karta. Here also, Shatadistu Sahasrantaha Putudev Rasayana. It is better if you can give 100 to 1000 putas, similar to that of Abraka Bhasma. In the context of Vanga, it is mentioned Rasayanancha in Rasatarangini. A study was carried out by Hiremat, RR, and others. This study has exercised the option to presuppose Balya property of Vanga Bhasmas to get reflected in simple parameters of structural and functional strength. Thus, parameters of growth and general behavior, ability to sustain stress, effect on blood, proteins, and ions have been included to assess Balya effect of Vanga Bhasmas on experimental animals, and the result was found encouraging. In a study carried out at Ayurveda Mahavidyalaya Bijapur, Vanga Bhasma showed significant free radical scavenging activities. Rasayana property of Yashoda Bhasma is also established. According to Dr. Santoch and others, Yashoda Bhasma showed very good antioxidant potential. It improved the natural antioxidants also, like catalase, superoxide dismutase, glutathione, etc. The category of Ratnas have shown to have Rasayana properties. In the context of Manikya, it is mentioned Manikyam Sumritam Medhyam Madhurant Rasayana. In the context of Mukta, it is said Deha Virya Balabuddhi Vardhanam. In the context of Pravala, it is said Virya Varna Vivardhanam. Of course, Vajra is one of the best Rasayanas. Sumritam Hirakam Hrityam Paramam Chandrasanvitam Yogavahi Matanchaitat Sarvot Krishtam Rasayana. Uparatnas like Suryakanta, Rajavarta, Pairojaka also have rasayana properties which are to be further evaluated for their anti-aging potential. To discuss, aging is influenced by time progression, genetics, physical and social environments, personal characteristics, and diseases. The underlying mechanisms of aging process and age-related pathologies are identical. Acharya Charaka has rightly stated that health and bliss are synonymous. Hence, the promising geroprotective role of Ayurveda's interventions in delaying and reversing aging process, increasing lifespan, maintaining health, and preventing and mitigating age-related disorders is scientifically supported by both Ayurveda and modern science. Further research on evaluation of long-term effects of these classical geroprotective interventions, individually or in combination, on molecular and cellular aging mechanisms is necessary. So aging can be a blissful celebration only if it is coupled with optimum health. The rasayana are primarily of promotive value and are essentially meant to rejuvenate the body and mind, to impart a longevity against aging and immunity against disease. To conclude, recent advances on the field of phytochemistry, biotechnology, pharmacogenomics, and pharmacology helped to understand the varied modes of action of rasayana therapy, including rasayana herbs and herbomineral formulations with anti-aging as primary target. There is a huge scope for further interdisciplinary research of translational value in this area. For a person who takes a suitable diet and practices self-control, lives full span of 100 years without illness, we can also expect 120 years as mentioned by other scholars like Shargadhara. Ayurveda Rasayana Chikitsa is found not only to add years to life, but also life to years, so that person lives with optimum health in old age, along with better life expectancy. So Atharvaveda rightly said, Pashyema Sharadashatam, Jivema Sharadashatam, Buddhyema Sharadashatam, Rohema Sharadashatam, Pushema Sharadashatam, Bhavema Sharadashatam, Bhuyema Sharadashatam, Bhuyasihi Sharadahashatat. These are a few of the references that I had gone through while preparing this presentation. I sincerely thank all of you for joining me, and I request your support for my further presentations also. See you again. Sarve Santu Niramaya.